Alright guys, we are about to start day 2 of trying to catch a fish, but first we're gonna get some Zaxby's, you know, that way we're not suffering out on the water, you know, we don't get hungry. Alright guys, we are almost ready for part 2, day 2. The water is even muddier than it was the other day, so because we did get a little bit more rain, but we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. And did bring some minnows along this time for the crappie, see if we can't get a few. But we'll get started here shortly. Alright guys, I've brought along some of the Mystery Tacklebox. Damn, I did that crooked, but I brought along some of the Mystery Tacklebox stuff. I added a spring to this hook. That's the only difference. Got it rigged up. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not sure. I can see that these have like little lines here. I'm not sure if you're supposed to leave them together or if you are supposed to separate them. I don't see any action when I drag it through the water, so we're gonna go ahead and separate them. Alright, but we are gonna try a few things out. I've got a little bit of backlash in this left from the other day. I'm gonna see if I can. Actually really need to put some more string on this thing. It's almost out, but I didn't get a chance to do that, so I'm gonna get this straightened out and then we will see what's going on. Alright, we are almost here. It's still rocking a little bit compared to what it normally is, but I believe it may be fishable now. If I get a chance, I might try to go past this in the kayak and try to get some of the fish that swim upstream during the heavy rain and then they wind up in holes. It's too shallow for the kayak, but I might try to go up there and get some. These rocks are kind of, I guess, I assume they're natural. You know, they kind of like a little natural dam here. This water right here is pretty deep, but the water on the other side of those rocks is very shallow. But yeah, we're gonna give this a shot here and see if we're able to do anything or not. It's much better than it was the other day. Something jumped. Current is pulling us a little bit. Might have to see what I can do about that. I still haven't put the anchor trolley on yet. It is really needed though. Fix that in a moment. Might have to go, instead of this weighted hook, might have to go with some bullet weights, a couple more than what I would normally go with. Man, I wish I could sit still. It's all kinds of crazy trying to cast to a spot and work the action when you're just constantly rotating. Don't see any snakes. As long as none come out of hiding nowhere, we're okay for the moment. Sorry, I'm still checking. I just don't want one to surprise me. Some minnows or shad jumping right there. Uh-oh, there we go. Woo! Something just got smacked right there. Uh-oh, I backlashed a little bit trying to cast that short. Man, this reel backlash is a lot easier than my other bait caster. Of course, my other bait caster has braid. Don't know if that's a... Ooh, something got killed right there. I kind of wish I had a floating swim bait. That would be the ticket. God, how deep does this go? It's coming at me faster than I'm reeling it in with that current. I got faked out. Alright, we're still here. We're gonna try this a little bit longer before we move on to the brim. Or not the brim, the crappie. See if I can figure out what these fish need. There's a liquor bottle floating towards me. I think that's a sign. I think that's what the fish are trying to drive me to. See shad flipping up on the rocks over there and stuff too. I've got this tied on. We're gonna see what we can do. At the very least, I don't have to worry about birds nesting, backlashing. Alright, got one little small split shot on it, just to give it a little bit of weight. God, I'd kill for that stakeout pole right now, though. Alright. Yeah, that stakeout pole is high on priority now. This would be a whole lot easier. I'd have so many more casts in the water if I didn't have to deal with this. Alright, because I don't really know fully what I'm doing right here. Trying to wacky rigged weightless Senko just to see if I can get something at it, but as always I'm still having trouble with the positioning. Trying to get a good spot. Just lightly toss it over in there. Didn't realize the camera was on and rolling. I accidentally turned it off, but we did finally manage to hook up with one here with the Senko. The Senko finally seemed to be the ticket to get us one. Let's see here. He's hooked right in the bottom of his mouth. Let's see where I'd usually thumb him. See if I got a ow, shit, something sharp in here. Alright, here we go. Usually I would thumb the fish, but since it's right there in the bottom, figured it might be easier to use the man, he's so good. Oh man, he's torn up right there too. I hate to see him ripped that bad. But there we go. Nice little, it's a nice small largemouth if I'm not mistaken. He made sure to pay me back with a nice splash. Finally a fish. Small fish as it may be, it was a fish. I hate I accidentally turned the camera off. I did not realize it was rolling. But see if we can rehook this to be slightly more durable. You don't really get a lot of catches out of these because they're so soft, but we did finally manage to catch one. It suddenly got really dark. I mean, almost completely out of nowhere. I feel a few raindrops, possibly hear a few little rumbles. So in the interest of safety, I believe we're gonna get out of here real shortly. If it stops raining early enough, I'm gonna try to come back for the crappie. But it is getting dark 30 here for sure. Maybe about 2 more casts. Like I said, the fish are not jumping here like they were earlier anyway. I believe they've moved on. There's a little bit of rain, which rain doesn't really concern me too much. It's just I'd like to make sure that this storm don't have any lightning in it before I stay out here on the water. That's the biggest thing to me. Like I said, wind's kicking up some, rain coming. Just want to make sure I ain't gonna get struck by lightning. If it was just rain and wanted to stay dry, could park up under this bridge, but for whatever you save of getting wet, you might get pooped on. Alright guys, we are chilling in the truck because it's raining, and it was a good idea to get off the water because pretty much right before I turned the camera on, saw a pretty good flash of lightning and pretty loud thunder. So I didn't even bother getting the kayak out of the water all the way yet. I'm just gonna let it rain, and hopefully the storm will pass quick, and we'll go back down there and get our gear. But I am excited that I did finally catch my first fish with the GoPro. Kind of bummed that in my excitement I thought the GoPro was off, and I turned it off. So hopefully we won't do that anymore.